For the season finale of Tank Wars, gotta go out with a bang.
Hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
For me, this first season of Tank Wars has been a long journey, but definitely worth the trip. Big thanks to all of you that have opened up your homes and equipment rooms for this exciting adventure. Without you guys, there would be no Tank Wars. Season 1 started off with 16 contestants representing Miami and Atlanta. We have now narrowed that down to 9 contestants, but there can only be 4 winners. Remember, not only is each contestant representing their own weight divisions, they are also representing their cities. Let's start things off with the Nano Division. Cam's 29 gallon had a wide variety of colors and corals, all perfectly placed. Tommy's 34 gallon was one of the most unique nano tanks we've seen with a beautiful SPS tree. The winner and nano champ with 74% of the vote is Cam, representing Atlanta. Congrats Cam, your 29 gallon is definitely an inspiration to nano reef enthusiasts. After our first match between Atlanta and Miami, Atlanta is up 1-0. Let's see if the next match will tie things up or if Atlanta will take an even bigger lead. The Middleweight Division brought Dennis's 72 gallon head to head with Richard's 90 gallon. Richard's 72 gallon brought bragging rights of being the August 2014 Reef to Reef Tank of the Month. However, Dennis' 90 gallon is definitely not a pushover and his tank could not be taken lightly. I'm glad I didn't have to judge this match because both tanks would be a prize for any hobbyist. With 67% of the overall vote, the winner and middleweight champ is Dennis, representing Atlanta. 2 matches are over and Atlanta is up 2-0. But don't worry Miami, you're not out of it yet and you still have a chance to tie things up. Next, we're going to the heavyweight division. Not only did these guys bring more water and more equipment, Tank Wars had an aquarium celeb in the runnings with Julian Sprung, president of Two Little Fishies, representing Miami. Julian didn't leave it up to his fame to fight for him. Instead, he brought his 250 gallon. His Caribbean reef is simple and beautiful. Simply beautiful. And the design is amazing. Julian showed that you can have an amazing reef without loads of equipment. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Our 2 other contestants brought the fire. Seth's 120 gallon, representing Atlanta, has amazing corals for days and refuses to be ignored. If you are a tech junkie, you just had to respect his setup. This tank is not just in the room, it's the star of the room. Built into the fireplace, there is no need to watch TV in that room as Seth's tank is literally the showstopper. Last but definitely not least, Gio's 200 gallon tank, representing Miami, is breathtaking. This is the type of tank that hobbyists strive for. Gio also uses top of the line equipment, but you can tell by the coral growth and coloration that this hobbyist puts a lot of work and love into his tank. Okay, with 51% of the overall vote and the new heavyweight champ, the winner is Seth, representing Atlanta. After 3 matches, Atlanta is up 3-0. Our last matchup is our biggest matchup yet in the super heavyweight division. JB's 305 gallon representing Miami means business. With the perfect mixture of fish and corals, it's not hard to tell why his tank is in the final round. Another tank that shows you that you can do it big without loads of equipment, but still boost enough sun rays to light up the whole house or even the whole block. When you hear of an aquarium that is full of life, this is the type of tank they're referring to. Ming's 300 gallon, representing Atlanta, is 2 times the fun with 2 sides that are equally beautiful. Whether you want to relax in the bar or chillax in the theater room, the aquarium has got you covered. Another tank that's a techie dream. It even has lights that move back and forth and even more lights on angles so no corals are left in the shade. The winner of the final match with 88% of the overall vote is Ming, representing Atlanta. In the end, Atlanta took Tank Wars 4-0, but this was no easy victory. I would like to thank all the Tank Wars participants. Each and every tank was beautiful. If you guys want to watch the whole season of Tank Wars start to finish, you can click on the Tank Wars Season 1 playlist. If you want to check out the special episodes of Tank Wars, which were equally great, you can click on the special episode playlist. We have already started planning for Tank Wars Season 2, so stay tuned. Filling Tank Wars Thursday spot starting next week is my new tank build series sponsored by Aquamedic called The Ultimate Tank Build, which follows me on a journey to create the most eco-friendly aquarium. Well guys, until next time, this is The Ultimate Hobby.
When we're all alone, keep it up, girl. Yeah, you turn me on.